PowerPlay Chess, brought to you in association with Kagi. Black to play and win. This is from the World Rapid Play Championship and the game between Benjamin Bock and Levon Aronian. So you can see that White's king is a little bit exposed. The rook has broken through. But how do you get a checkmate from here? Well, I think the first move is pretty obvious. You know, black has to avoid an exchange of queens. So queen h6 threatens queen h2 mate. And there's really only one defense, and that's knight f3. Okay, so how do you deal with things? How do you deal with that defense? Well, black does it with rook f1 check. Of course, if the king steps up, then queen h1 is mate, so king takes. And now what? Well, don't check at the back, because in fact, the king is going to escape. And that's safe enough. You know, White's pieces are pretty well centralized. But having given up the rook, instead of checking on the back rank, queen h3 first, and that's a very subtle move. Really nice, because if the king goes to e1, that is mate. You can see the knight controls these squares. So knight g1, queen g1, checkmate. And if king g1, a check, and knight f2 is checkmate. Very nice finish. I think that move queen h3 is the subtle move in the deadly attack. But actually, let me take you back. So that's the starting position, and queen h6 wins. I'm going to take you back one move. So Bock's last move was queen takes d5. In fact, instead of that, there is a winning move for White. Rook h3, threatening queen h8 mate. And if the king steps up, this is a very interesting moment actually. Have a think how you would finish off in this position. So this is for a bonus point. White to play, what's the most efficient way, what's the best way to win this position? Now the obvious move is to play check and take the queen. But this is actually not so simple, because you can see that black's pieces are all very well protected now, and white has to be very careful here. It's not so simple to win that position. But there's a much stronger move, and this is beautiful. Queen b8. So that guards the knight, and now rook h6 check would be absolutely deadly. And if queen takes e5, you check. The king goes back, then it's mate in the corner. And if the king steps back to e7, then queen takes e5. Well, obviously, that's absolutely fatal. And yeah, another move. Well, queen d6, you can just take the queen, because knight takes, king takes rook. And that is too much for black. So it's just an interesting little subtlety, but yeah. In this position, I'm afraid it was all over. Very nice combination with rook f1 check. So there we go. Hope you enjoyed that. If you want to check out more puzzles, then have a look at chesspuzzle.net. You'll see the link down there in the comments and the video description, and there are thousands of puzzles there for you to enjoy.